Those of you who might have been wondering, that's how my knife turned out. See, I sharpened it. Not that you can see it very well. What's up, you guys? So we've had our breakfast smoothie for the morning. I mean, it's not morning right now, it's 3 o'clock, but you know what I mean. We had our breakfast smoothie this morning and did some running around. Now we're at the Green Springs Trail, just getting a couple miles in, nothing big. And then after that, we're gonna go hit the gym for a leg day. So running was one of those things that was like a huge stepping stone in my life. You know, it's one of those things that you look back on, you'll be like, this is something that I did, you know, you'll never forget it, right? A couple years ago, I could have ran maybe like 100 feet and, you know, that'd be all great. But once I get to the end of that 100 feet, I was out for the count. I couldn't breathe, you know? I was overweight, just untrained, couldn't breathe, you know, just so unhealthy, just gulping down sodas and beer and everything else all the time. And, you know, it wasn't healthy, and I wasn't really as strong as I thought I was, you know. And it really, all it was just taking small steps, you know. I got it somewhere on the app. I can pull it up and put it on here later. My first run was like, I mean, literally just around the block. It wasn't even, it wasn't far at all. And it amazes me how long it took me to do that run. And by the end of that run, I was beat. I was like, I don't know if I could be a runner. But it also felt good because I was like, man, you know, I just ran around the block. Like, when do I ever do that? When did I ever think I could do that, you know? FYI, I'm a pack-a-day smoker. I'm really contemplating quitting just because I'm trying to follow this healthy path, and, you know, smoking's just holding me back. But what really got me into it, what really started building my body for the run, was I had gotten this dog at the time, and you know, I wanted to do it right. I wanted to get her out there in the trails running with me. She was gonna, you know, push me to go forward. I was gonna push her to go forward, and it worked. We were out there in the trails running all the time. We started off with simple jogs and walking most of the way, and then after a while we were jogging most of the way, and then next thing you know, we were doing full-on sprints, and then HIIT. And now there's another dog in the house, and every once in a while I'll get her out on the trail, but she's not as prepped and ready for it like the other dog was. The other dog ended up going to a farm with more dogs of her breed so she could run in her little wolf pack. She was an Akita, by the way. And then there was a point where I had this friend who started getting into her fitness a lot. So she started hitting the trails with me. Her and her man every once in a while would come out here and hit these trails and run, you know, 2-3 miles with me. Run, walk, whatever. And you know, having someone else to run with me at the time was motivating me to keep on getting at it. And next thing you know, here I am, all this time later, I'm running, you know, long distance. That's what I'm not in it for the speed, you guys. I'm in it for the distance. But there I am. I'm running long distances, and I'm moving a little bit faster, and I'm not so beat and dead when I'm done. And it's just, you know, I don't even need to have anybody go with me to motivate me. I just know it's like 3 times a week. I have to run 3 times a week. So that's what I do. And it was the same thing with the exercise. You know, it all started around the same time. I was, you know, I hit the gym and I didn't know what to do. I didn't have a clue. I just kind of was like, all right, I'm gonna do some jumping jacks and some push-ups. Look it up on Google or YouTube real quick, see what I can do, see what I can, you know, accomplish in here. And I'd hit a few different things, and I would read the machines and see what they were up to. And, you know, it was all just, I was completely ignorant to what I was supposed to do in the gym. And it was embarrassing, I'm not gonna lie. It was super embarrassing. And, you know, I'd go in there and I was like, man, all these people, they're so, you know, big and muscular, and they're out here, they just look like they got a plan, they look like they know what they're doing. And instead of looking at that like, gosh, like they're like gods in my presence, I can't do this, you know, I'm embarrassing myself. No, I wanted to be like them. I was like, man, look at all these people, like they just know exactly what they want to do, and I want to be there. I want to be that guy. I want to come in here with a plan, and I want to just execute that plan every single time. And, you know, and eventually I ended up introducing myself to the trainer and just asking him some questions. And that day, you know, he talked to me, showed me some things, and then he told me, you know, if I wanted to set something up. And I was like, nah, you know, I'm just gonna go off of what you just told me and, you know, Google some things and I'll be all right. And I ended up being able to put together this tiny routine like for beginners, you know, and it was working for me. I started seeing a little difference within the next 2 weeks, but then after that, nothing, right? So I went back to the trainer and, you know, I asked him to schedule me in. So he did. And I blew it off. I didn't even go, you know, I didn't show up. So he ended up calling me that night, and I was like, man, you know, I didn't even mean to answer, like I didn't know the number or nothing like that. And he called me and he was like, hey man, I missed you. And I came up with this excuse. I was like, yeah, I got busy. I just completely forgot. Can we just reschedule? And we did. And that second time, you know, I just told myself, I was like, I need to go. I got to show up. This is what you want, right? This is what you want. So go get it. So next thing you know, here it is, 3:15 on a Tuesday, I believe, or Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday, one of those. I'm in the gym and here he comes walking up. He's like, hey, my name's Lee. You ready? La, la, la. Starts talking to me. And I'm thinking we're about to just go out there and we're about to get this workout in. He's just gonna, you know, basically do the workout and lead the way, and I'm gonna try to follow his lead, right? Nah, that's not what happened. He sat me down at that table and just got to know me, had good conversation. And one of the questions he asked me, he was like, you know, why do you want to do this? And I told him, I said, you know, I want to get a 6-pack abs. I want to get strong. And he's like, no. He's like, why? He's like, everybody wants to get those 6-pack abs strong. This might not be word for word, you know, I'm just bringing it down to the basics. But he's like, everybody wants to get the abs, everybody wants to be strong, but why do you want to do this? Like, what's that spark? What's going to motivate you to keep coming back, you know? And I don't know, I started thinking about it, and I started spitting out, you know, I didn't know what to say, so I started spitting out anything I could to sound intelligent, and I'm pretty sure he could probably see right through that. And I don't know, that one question, I started thinking about it a lot throughout my workouts, and reading different things about the workouts and how to do it, and eventually we rescheduled again, and he got me on a good routine to get me started, to get me all the strength and muscles in the places where I needed to go. And I ended up sticking with that routine for about 6 months, give or take. And, you know, it worked. I saw all this progress. And at the time I was like, man, I'm Superman. Like, I thought I was on top of the world. I'd never seen my body like that, never been able to move like that, function like that. So I felt great. But then I started not seeing progress. It was like we were in a rut again. We were sitting still. So I went back to Lee and I asked him, I was like, okay, how are we going to tweak this routine, because I'm not seeing the progress anymore? And he helped me tweak that routine, and that was the last time I had to see him, because after that I started really doing the research and getting into it, motivated, and I found out the answer to that question, which had nothing to do with abs and getting strong and getting muscular. It was all about the fitness and getting healthy so I could live a longer and better life. But I think my main focus now is just guidance. I want to learn everything there is to know, everything that I possibly can learn about fitness and nutrition and health and just how our bodies work in general, how life works and everything. And as I learn and grow and better myself, I just want to see how many people I can take with me, how many people I can motivate to, you know, better themselves, to live happier lives, better lives, healthier lives, all that. And I don't know, I just kind of want to kick over that domino and watch it all fall out into a big, beautiful creation of positive people and positive mindsets. I mean, you guys, I'm currently in classes to be a personal trainer and a nutritionist. I don't know, man, I'm constantly looking up videos and articles and stuff to read, stuff to watch about this stuff, and trying to learn as much as I can and trying to hear it from all different views. I mean, I listen to motivational speeches like a priest listening fucking praise to the Bible, you know? And I'm cramming this stuff in. I'm trying to learn it all. I'm trying to practice it all and, you know, walk that walk and be the better person and change and be this different person than I've ever seen. And I'm already there, you know. I've never, ever in my life been in the spot that I'm in now. I've never felt this good, and I'm only just going to keep continuing to climb that ladder. And I guess the point of this video was all just, you know, this all stemmed off from motivation and determination. You know, I came up with an idea of something I wanted in my life, and I went for it and stuck with it, and here I am. You know, I'm there. I'm already hitting stepping stones to my future and goals that I wanted. And the running and the exercise and all that played a huge part in this for me. You know, it just started with the exercise and the running, trying to see if I could make a difference in my body. And I started noticing the difference. I started noticing the progress, not only physically, but emotionally and mentally, and how it just fixed my headspace for me, and how everything just seemed so much clearer. And, you know, it seems silly to be angry all the time. So that's what running and exercise did for me, and it created a very personal moment when I'm out there running or working out where I can really decipher all the thoughts that are in my mind and really just clear everything out and get everything organized and start to focus. And then noticing these changes, I started to do this more, and I started to learn things like discipline and responsibility and just learning how to fix myself one step at a time, and it's working. Between the motivational speeches, the exercise, the working out, and just waking up in the morning and just saying, we got to do this. We have to do it. I went from waking up in the morning, looking in the mirror, saying, you're pathetic, you're sorry, to waking up in the morning saying, man, you're a king. You got this. Ain't nobody gonna stop you. And don't get me wrong, I am nowhere near perfect. I'm nowhere near where I want to be yet. But I'm on my way, and no one's gonna stop me, and I'm gonna make it. I know I am, because now I have the tools needed, the tools necessary to get there, to that future, to that point in life that I want to be. And I found out that I had the tools the whole time. I just had to open up my eyes and open up my brain and just think for a second and focus. And when I get to that spot someday that I want to be at, when I get where I'm going to, it don't stop there. I'm not just going to get satisfied and be okay. I'm going to be like, all right, this is where we're at. This is where we stay. Nope. Because, even on that level, there's somewhere higher, and I'm going to get there. But anyways, folks, we're back to our car now. We feel better. We did some running, did some walking, did some talking. I don't know. I guess this video is just trying to help my new subscribers and old subscribers and anybody that decides to subscribe, or even if they don't subscribe and they're just watching the videos or come across it. I just want people to be able to see how my brain is wrapping around itself right now, so people can just understand me a little bit better. But otherwise, man, what's up, you guys? We are going to transplant our Japanese red maple, dwarf Japanese red maple. Alright, so it was there, but it was too close to the ramp, so we moved it here. And we raked out all the dirt, so the grass will just grow through it and through a lot of our debris in these holes that we got to fill in. And we're just going to keep on keeping on watering that. And it's going to grow into a nice dwarf Japanese red maple, or cherry maple, or whatever it is. So I've already pre-wrote my list on what I'm going to do tonight for leg day. And we're going to start off on the cycle, then we're going to hit the leg press, leg extension, Romanian deadlifts, squats, lying leg curls, calf raises, hip adductor things. That's when you lay down and you lift your leg upside on, lay on your side and you lift your legs up and down. I'll show you. And the reverse leg raise, and that helps with your lower back and glutes. But yeah, we got ourselves a nice little sets of leg day tonight, which we got work tomorrow, so that's going to be interesting. Alright, y'all, the next one we're doing is the seated leg press. That would be this machine right here. called the Romanian deadlift. This one's an extra one we're doing just because the machines we want are currently being taken up. But we're going to go ahead and do the wall sits. Alright, well up next we have the lying leg curl. Alright, the next one we're going to do is the reverse leg raise. This one's going to help our glutes and our lower back.